I had Wallace Henley on. Wallace is a great guy. So many good books. By the way, if you haven't read his book, God and Churchill, you ought to read it.
That sounds.
He wrote a book.
Yeah.
He co-authored a book with Winston Churchill's great-grandson.
Mm-hmm.
And so anyway, that's an interesting read. He wrote the book called Globequake, which I think is one of the great books of our time because it shows you the history of societies and cultures and how they shift. And he talks about these shifts. And now he's written a book about revival. But I had him on yesterday, and I said, Wallace, so what are the dangers of socialism? What could happen if we go down this road? Here's what he had to say.
One of the great dangers of socialism always is that it becomes increasingly regulatory, and laws begin to abound wherever a socialist system is applied, because there must be state regulation. The state owns everything, it controls everything. This is the expression in communism, but socialism moves to communism, where there's the complete ownership by the state and where the worker is nothing more than a cog in the wheel. In the biblical worldview, we have value as individuals before God because we're gifted by God, we're made in his image. In a socialist system, a secular socialist system especially, we become simply significant in terms of the commune, which is the larger community. So we lose that individual sense of value that the Bible gives us, and we're only valuable in terms of our contribution to that communal lifestyle or to that larger lifestyle, which is the state.
This is so loaded because some of the research shows that the younger generations, I would say maybe under the age of 40 and down, they really believe in community. They like working in groups and community. They like living in communities. In fact, they like living in small houses. It's basically work and play. That's all. There's nothing else in between. And this sets up this environment of community by which we think we can partner with the government in community and make it all work. Anyway, fascinating. And let me just say to our viewers and listeners, I would encourage you to go to the Dove website at thedove.us, click on Focus Today, and watch that entire interview with Wallace. It was pretty fascinating.